Welcome back to Beauty Business. This is Celeste. In today's podcast episode, if you didn't know about this about me, and let me know about you, I really love taking time to really feel out the energy around, to really feel intuitively, right? Like that gut feeling, as some people call, to really be able to see where things are heading next, along with the information that I get from lots of mentors, right? Because you probably have a mentor or a coach that you look up to. And as a collective, I feel like there is so much information. Let me know how you feel, but I just feel like there's so much info out there, right? Like maybe you go on Instagram or you go on TikTok or you're on Pinterest and all this information everywhere, where sometimes it can kind of make us double think about what we're doing right or wrong. It can make us overthink. So today's little quick episode, I wanted to share something very important, which is prioritizing yourself first. I know we hear self-care, right? And take care of yourself. And sometimes we imagine that it's like having this mask on our eyes and going to go get a facial or this spa day or this trip. But sometimes, and the most important transformation happens out of our home. So I wanted to share 3 tools that I love utilizing to really go back and center within myself. When I feel like I'm not doing enough, because it happens. I don't know about you, but it happens to me. Sometimes you can feel like, oh my gosh, everything is changing so fast. Instagram just announced it's all about video. And I know so many are uncomfortable with video because I was uncomfortable with video. And with a world of so many things going on all at once, the importance of slowing down to tune into our intuitive self. So let's get started. First, this is one of the exercises that literally changed my life because I was doing it not the correct way for me. I do suffer from anxiety, and getting out of my head takes a lot. So this is one of the things that has really helped me. Taking a deep breath in, quietly, right? A deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And releasing very quietly and gently where I cannot hear the air coming out of your mouth. Release all that air in 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do that one more time. So I would take a deep breath in, right? 1, 2, 3. Hold. And then I would go ahead and release it slowly and gently where I cannot hear the release of the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this simple exercise really helps me to slow down. When my mind is racing, when I feel like I'm being bombarded with info overload everywhere, this is one of the tools that really helps me to go tune back into my body to see what's really going on, and to really take a look at what you have done. Maybe you resent out your email. Maybe you looked at your supply list and you bought all your supplies. It's the first of the month tomorrow. Maybe you already have all your checks paid for all of your utilities or your rent, or you're getting prepared because it's the half point of the year. Whatever it is, take time to really tune into yourself. What are the things that you have done? And with that, number 2, sometimes we need to take social media breaks, and it's okay. We don't have to announce them. I'm going to start taking a social media break from one of my platforms because it's not generating as much income as my other platform. And the ego side would be, hey, Celeste, show up on that platform because everybody says we have to be on that platform, right? So maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's TikTok, whatever it is that you're hearing out in the world that, hey, you have to be on this platform. But we don't have to be anywhere. And that's the part where I need to tune out my own ego, which I know is so hard, right? Because the ego's like, no, you have to do this. And that's the beauty of it. We don't have to do anything. And when we know our numbers and when we know where our traffic is coming from and our business is coming from, right? And how will we know that? We can ask our clients, our new clients, hey, where are you finding me? And they'll let you know. That's where I need to focus on. So I am getting my setup ready and I'm really getting focused and honing in the next 30 days to really focus on this other platform where my business is coming from. And I'm saying that because to the world, it may seem like, oh my gosh, so Celeste quit or she stopped focusing on the platform that we all hang out at. And it's not that. It's I have to do what's really bringing in the business for me, what's bringing in the income for me, right, for my family. So I'm going to put my energy in one place rather than focusing on a whole bunch of different places. And that is the part of really doing what is really working out for your business and not listening to the ego, right? Because sometimes our ego is like, well, we need to take classes because everybody's taking classes, or we need to do this because everybody's doing this. But going against the current and knowing intuitively what we really need to do is more important, and it takes more courage. So if you're right now in a point where, hey, there's no pressure, okay? Oh, it's like, we're about to hit June tomorrow, half point of the year, it's okay. You're exactly where you need to be today. You're exactly where you need to be in your business. And just because you switch something or you focus on something that is working for you and it may be different than what everybody else is doing does not mean that you're broken or you are different, but you're doing what's working best for your business. And sometimes we have to really look into the numbers and really see what the data is showing us. So for me, when I need that time to slow down, I would really encourage you to take the time to really do some of that deep breath work and really tune into yourself and look at your data, look at the numbers, what is working and what is not. And lastly, number 3, really take time to do the work within yourself so you can light and shine outwards, which I know sounds really like corny and stuff, but I did want to share a little bit about this. Sometimes we see everybody, right? And we go on social and we see everybody's doing these amazing things and business is booming and we see all this stuff that everyone's doing, right? Awesome. And sometimes it can be like, am I doing enough, right? Like, are you doing enough? Should you be doing more? And we're all in different seasons of our business. You are in a different season of your business, and that is a beautiful thing. And don't undermine the power of focusing and honing in to being in your own season. I truly believe there's not one way to do things. I think that's not true. I think it's so much BS. That's my opinion, okay? There are 20 different ways, or if not more, to make a cupcake, right? You can make a cupcake with eggs. You can make a cupcake with applesauce. There is eggless cupcakes, right? So there's all kinds of different variations of how to make a cupcake. It's going to look like a cupcake, but we all can decide what ingredients and how we make it, right? We can make a keto cupcake. We can make a gluten-free cupcake, right? There's so many variations. You see, I already just gave you 5 of how to make a cupcake. So in business, there are laws that are universal. There are the business laws, but there's also the really important part of the intuitive self, of being able to know when it's time to pivot, when it's time to let it go, when it's time to evolve, and when it's time to slow down. And I really wanted to do this episode to encourage the part of slowing down. Just because we take a break for a week or 2, our business is not going to slow down. On the contrary, it happened to me. I slowed down for 2 weeks, and that's when I got this amazing opportunity to speak, and I got this other thing in my business, and I brought in extra income while I was taking time away because it was necessary for a life event I was going through. And I wanted to do this episode because sometimes it can feel so counterintuitive and so weird, right? To take time to take our life in, right? Because life happens too. We're so much more than our business, and detaching our worth from our work is one of the biggest struggle I have had personally, let me know if this is you as well. I've been working since I was 15, and I grew up around a home where, with my adopted grandpa. He owned a oyster company, so he owned his own company, and I got to see a lot of business was really something that was really ingrained in me. As a little girl, and I saw the beauty of it too, and the blessings of it too, and also the heartaches and the things that come along it with it as well. And so detaching my worth from my work is one of the hardest things that I know I'm gonna have to go through for the rest of my life, and seeing that part and seeing that nobody's really talking about it. I wanted to talk to you today to let you know that you're fucking amazing, that you are worth so much more than just what you are doing right now. Your worth is so much more beyond that. Our worth goes beyond what we do every day. Our worth goes beyond what we produce every day and what we make every day. And allow yourself for that room to slow down, to take it all in, to enjoy and clap for yourself when you have those wins. And sometimes to, take a couple days to kind of cry it out or feel the feels, as we need to in our seasons of change of life and of business. I really hope one day to really be able to more impactfully touch others' lives in your life, sharing my journey of what I'm going through this year. But one of the beautiful things is that we don't need to share everything online, and I'm not ready to share this part yet. But just know that you're not alone. Just know that if maybe you don't have your website yet, or maybe your Instagram is a look like somebody else, or maybe you don't have all the things figured out in your business, you are exactly where you need to be. Take time to slow down, take time to decompress, and most importantly, take time to tune in to really value what matters to you and what really is going to make you happy. Because there's so many other things in life that makes us so much happiness in our life, that has nothing to do with money, that has nothing to do with other people clapping at us or having awards or accolades in our life. There are other things that are really important. And one of those things that I learned the hard way after losing it was health. Health is one of the most beautiful things to have. And sometimes it's the little things that we take for granted, right? But just know that you are enough, that you're doing enough, and you're not alone. I have those feelings sometimes that maybe I'm not doing enough. And if I try something different, it feels, like, man, my ego comes in, right? Like, man, you really shouldn't, because everybody else is doing this. But it's not about what everybody else is doing. It's what's going to bring the joy and the work in my business and in my life and make me feel happy and fulfilled. And that's what we got into business, right? Because we get sold the idea that it's going to be this amazing thing where we get to be our own boss and create our own money and our own rules. And somehow we end up getting lost in the process of it. And it really does take work and dedication, but let's not lose sight why we got in business, to be behind the chair or in the beauty industry, to have control of our time back and boundaries. And it doesn't have to be something forceful or icky or scary or rude. It can be something very organic and intuitive, and we all grow from each different season, and none of us are in the same season in life or in business. So remember to give yourself grace, because there's been so many times where I have not given myself grace, not allowed myself to be human. And we're all here, humans that own business, because people do business with people, and we are people as well. So let's prioritize ourselves in this like halfway point of the year. What has been working in your business, what hasn't been working, but what has been working for you in your life and what you want to change. It's never too late to change. I don't believe in this whole new year, new me BS. I believe in this new day, new me if I want to today. That is my approach to life. And that's my approach in business. I'm able to pivot and I'm able to change if things are not working out, doing what I used to or trying out something new. So much love. I'll see you back here this week, and have an amazing week, love. Bye.